I mean, Simon, they are very much knocking on the door of Last Chance Saloon, surely, after that last night. 03717223344. Is Lampard the man for Everton? Is he the man who's going to keep them in the Premier League? Beruz, big Evertonian. Good morning to you, Beruz.
Good morning, Jim. Good morning. I'm so mad about what Simon just said regarding the Lampard can make a good manager. The man is a failure from the top to the bottom. The reason he took the job because the reward is so high. He's getting nearly £10 million a season. How do you justify to pay a top dollar and that's the performance? He's no in losing position. Why? Because if he stays up, say, well, I kept it. If he goes down, it's not my fault. It's somebody else's. You don't have to be a football expert to see the goalkeeper there. Keep making a mistake. Change it. Bring someone else in. That Godfrey, they paid £25 million for it. He's on 150 grand a week, allegedly. You can find in the park better defenders than him. So how can you... And Lampard said, we have to work. Work on what? I just cannot believe it what I'm hearing, from the media, how they support it. That Sinclair...
I can hear this morning, Beruz, you're livid about this.
Yes, because you see, the thing is that Sinclair, I know he's not in this morning. He sounds like his agent. He keeps coming and saying, oh, he's this and he's that. He's been a failure to previous job. How can you reward the guy who's been a failure?
But you're not talking about, Beruz, you're not talking about taking Frank out now, are you?
Beg your pardon?
You're not talking about replacing Frank Lampard now, are you?
Of course, they should have gave the job from the start to Duncan Ferguson. They keep saying he hasn't got the experience or whatever. He's been on the bench for quite a number of years. What Frank played so far, you just tell me, for the money. Every organisation, base your salary, contribute, you give back to that organisation. What did, for the money he's getting, what he gave to Everton? You just explain that to me.
Well, Simon, I must say, did you not say Duncan to the end of the season?
No, I didn't. I said that Everton should take their time, let Duncan sit in place for maybe 4 or 5 weeks while they really, really consider what they need. Look at what they've really got, then consider what they really need for this situation in the short term, interim and long term. And I thought the problem for Duncan is that in his first incarnation, Beruz, when he went in there, he got results straight away. When he went in this time, he didn't get results. So whilst it was very quick to react, I thought they should let Duncan stay for 4 or 5 games, build some backbone and spirit and some feel-good around the club, and then wheel somebody in. Whether that was Frank or whoever it would have been more considered. But there was this race to the bottom to get a manager in that they thought was going to fix the problem, and there was never really an indication that Frank had I keep saying reference point, but I want a better word, but had the skill set to be able to deal with the current conundrum. I still think by hook or by crook, Everton will find a way out of this.
Do you think that, Beruz? Simon thinks he'll get out of it. Do you think they'll get out of it?
No, not at all. If he's a manager, you see, the thing is, he brought so many sidekicks. What those sidekicks are doing, these assistant and this one and first team coach and all that, they're all sitting on the bench. It seems I just cannot believe it, getting paid for what?
But put aside what they're getting paid. Put aside what they're getting paid. Is what they're actually doing. Now, Paul Clement, whether you like him or you don't, or you think he sat on his hands on the bench, he's not a first-team manager, but he has a track record of working with the very best at Real Madrid, and he is a very, very good coach and assistant manager. These guys have got to step up as well. These guys have got to bridge some of the gap that you think Frank is leaving a vacuum in.
What did he do? When you're talking about that in Reading, what did he do?
But that's why I'm saying he's not a first-team manager. But there's a difference between a first-team manager. The difference between a first-team manager and an assistant manager is quite vast, and they're very unique components. And an assistant manager that has the capability of bridging the gap is very useful. And most good managers have a really good assistant. Look at Ferguson with the assistants he had during his time at Manchester United. And Paul Clement is in that bracket. He managed with Real Madrid. He's managed assistant manager at the very top. Yeah. No, you're right. He's not a first-team manager, but you're not asking him to be.
So, Beruz, the bottom line is this, and we've got a whole bunch of Burnley fans want to come on and join us the other side of the break. We'll do that. Beruz, this weekend it's Manchester United. Do Everton under Frank get anything out of that?
Not at all, not at all. If I was the manager now, I put 11 kids on because we're going to lose it anyway. We might as well give a run out to someone else rather than, England #1, which makes so many. I cannot believe it. He still plays for England. All those defence. Keane, they pay £30 million. It's the amount of money they're getting is just unbelievable.
Well, to be fair to me, he wasn't even playing last night. Baruz, listen, thank you very much indeed. So Baruz, for one, devout Evertonian, but not having it. Not having Frank at the top of the club at the moment, not having Frank run it, doesn't buy into Frank and Paul Clement, and doesn't buy into the fact that Everton might escape with the skin of their teeth. They might not. They might go down. Almost unthinkable for the blue half of Liverpool.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.